to my mother, and she was just in a daze, sitting there, and I hugged her, and then I wanted to see him, and I went in another room and to see my little brother laying there lifeless, and I.
Why don't you take a sip of water, Jermaine, just to, if you need to relax for a second, and do you want to take a drop of water there? Because this is, you know, in the end of the day, whatever about him being Michael Jackson superstar, and he's your brother,
yeah, but
and he's, you know.
See, people don't understand. Michael was a person who saw good in everyone. That's why the songs "We Are the World," "Heal the World," "Man in the Mirror," "Earth Song." He was trying to show people it's not about the materialistic things. It's not about money. It's about people, caring about people, children who go to bed starving. Millions of children every day. He was the voice for children. He was concerned about the rainforests in '84, before Al Gore started with the global warming, everything. This is who Michael Jackson really was. And for people to take something that was so good and a human being that just didn't sing about it, but he wrote about it and he did action.
And when you got into the room to be with your brother, and he was no longer alive, did he look like somebody at peace, or did he look troubled? Can you tell at that stage, Jermaine?
He looked very peaceful.
Did he?
He looked very peaceful.
Were you on your own with him?
My sister LaToya came in later, but I had some moments for myself.
Did you talk to him?
I kissed him on his forehead, and his skin was very, very soft, and I just said, "I love you, Michael. I'm going to miss you so much." Then I left the room, and then I looked through the window at him, and he was just laying there. And I said, what they put him through. And see, in this lifetime, we're given a certain time on earth, and I say this because this is how we were raised.
Yes.
You're giving a time to be an example, a good example, and we have to do God's will. He was blessed with a talent. He took those blessings and made sure that he gave back, made sure that he brought wonderment and enlightenment to not just children, people around the globe. And that's why it's such a tremendous loss. I mean, billions of people appreciated him because they can tell. You can't fool the fans. The media have their angles and their ways of saying things, but the bottom line is, we were raised in a house the size of a 2-car garage, very, very small, 1 bathroom. We had triple bunk beds. Tito and I slept at the top. Michael and Marlon slept in the middle. My brother Jackie slept at the bottom. And we come from humble beginnings. So we had each other before success, and no matter how far we had gone in the entertainment business, we knew we had each other before success. So all that success is just an illusion.
You said recently you're sick of that, the Jacko crap. That was the words you used. What did you mean by that?
Because he doesn't deserve to be called these names.
Jacko?
Wacko, Jacko, and all these names. Here's a human being who's the #1, who's in the Guinness Book of Records, is the #1 donor to charities.
Can I ask you a straightforward question, and I hope I'm not being insensitive to you, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to. How did your brother die?
I really don't know.
You don't know?
I do know. There's all kind of speculation. What I try to do is, when I come on Larry King, is set the tone. My brother's a human being.
Of course, and it must be very, very frustrating and infuriating not to know how your brother died.
Yes, and there's an ongoing investigation. I was in Vienna yesterday. I got a call that I have to talk to the authorities to just give some of my thoughts of how I felt. And but I'll just say this, that to have all of this speculation going on, and the tabloids talking, and we haven't had a chance to mourn yet.
Can we look at some footage of Michael's 48 hours before he passed away? I think this is celebratory footage rather than morbid footage. I think it'd be fair to say, if this was in the rehearsal in the very stadium that was so sadly become a place of focus for your mourning. And here we see him. You're his brother. Describe to me what sort of state Michael is in this footage, physically and emotionally. Tell me what we're looking at here.
What's going on right now, he's going through a rehearsal.
Yeah.
He's not even giving a half of his entertainment force that he does. Why? Because he's making sure everybody else know what they're supposed to do.
Sure.
So he's just going through it, making sure that they know where they're supposed to be. He was in great spirits. Even before that, we had a huge family gathering.
All of you together?
Whole entire family, with all the kids and the siblings, uncles, and we, Michael came with his kids, and we had a surprise for my mother and father just to show our appreciation for them.
Did you sing?
Well, Michael and I started.
You started to sing song, did you?
Yeah, we were singing this song called, which I really like the way he sings the song. It's called Notion, and so I started singing it, and he started making harmony with me.
Yeah.
And I told him, I really love your performance on that song, and he said, Jermaine, that means a lot to me coming from you. And then after that evening was finished, he was so excited. He said, I'll see you guys in London at the O2. And that was the last time I saw him.
Well, that's going to be in your mind forever and ever, to replay over and over, I suppose. And you sang the song Smile.
Yeah.
Don't you remember, you all probably saw that, did you, ladies and gentlemen? And you know, it was very touching, the way you performed it, under the circumstances you performed it. Why did you pick that song?
Because, well, first of all, we're all very close to the Chaplin family, and we go to Vevey in Switzerland a lot to spend time with them. But that was Michael's favorite song, and that was one of my favorite songs.
How are his children?
His children are wonderful.
They're beautiful children. We can see them here.
They're playing. They're it's so funny. Blake and also Paris. They with my kids, because I have two that's their age, and their names are Your Majesty and Jafar, and they play.
Your children are Your Majesty and
Jafar.
Okay.
And they play with them, and they have water balloon fights. Like if we go to the house, they have all these water balloons, and I say, "Please don't wet me up." And I turn away to walk away, and they throw a water balloon in my back, and I'm wet and everything. But they're being children, and they
get a chance to the movies and relaxing.
They're going to see Ice Age and having fun. They're just playing now.
Who's going to look after them now? Will you keep an eye on them?
We all do.
Will you?
Very, very much so. And my mother is well, she raised us, so she loves the noise, and she loves the crying and this and that, because that's how we were. So,
the buzz.
Yes.
Can you see them going into show business?
Absolutely.
You can? Do you not think after all of that you want to keep them a million miles away from that business?
Well, they love film.
Film, yeah.
They love movies, and they know the directors and the producers, and they love animation, so they talk about movies a lot, and they watch a lot of scary movies, them with my children as well.
And how are you?
It's tough for me. It's really tough for me, because I go back on the years when we were the Jackson 5, and we were just kids, and how hard we worked, and just kids with a dream of just wanting to get on the stage and do our thing, and then never knowing what's in store. And it's, if I could, the price for success, had I known what the price was, I would have never done it.
None of it?
Never.
Just stayed with the bunk beds and the simple life?
Just normal life, yes.
Are you okay today?
It's very hard, because I feel I've lost a part of me, and I guess my whole family feels that way, and the knowing that his presence has been so strong around the world, but even with us as a family, we realize that we're all brothers and sisters, but then Michael just didn't belong to us. He belonged to the world, and so we have to share that.
Okay. Well, you look after yourself, and as I say, our thoughts are with you and your family at this time. So thanks for coming to talk to us tonight.
Thank you.
Jermaine Jackson. Thanks. Okay, so we're going to take some music now. I think you'll like it. It's a nice piece of music.